I am Dr. Priyanka Reddy, founder and medical director of DNA Skin Clinic. Today I have with me Mr. Fernandez, who is the CEO of Milesman, and we are going to be discussing about Milesman Compact, which is the only quadruple wavelength laser for laser hair removal. Hi Mr. Fernandez.
Hello, how are
Welcome to India.
Thank you very much.
How are you liking Amritsar so far?
Wow, it's amazing place, amazing place. I love it.
Lovely, lovely. So first of all, thank you for bringing Milesman to India. I would also like to thank and congratulate Primelaze for bringing this wonderful technology. So today let's discuss, I want to ask you a few questions on how you thought of this technology. So firstly, can you tell us why this quadruple wavelength? So we have a lot of machines already for laser hair removal. We're flooded with machines already. So we have, so starting from Ruby to today's triple wavelength laser or triple wavelength diode mainly. Now you have quadruple wavelength. So why quadruple wavelength?
Okay, the quadruple, thank you very much for being here as well. Quadruple wavelength was like a real good innovation that we wanted to do in the hair removal. So, hair removal is invented for more than 20 years, and we wanted to do something different, something better. So, as far as now, we had three wavelengths. There was the 755, the 810, and the 1064. But we were seeing that the difference between the 810 and the 1064 was too long, and we were needing to have like an additional wavelength that is the 940. So that's the reason why we decided to have this whole wavelength.
Okay. And what is the most unique feature other than having 4 wavelengths? Of course, it's bridging the gap, as you said, between the 810 and 1064, which is amazing because we are also able to target hairs that are at different depth, right? So other than that, what is the most unique feature of Milesman?
Well, one of the features that we are really happy with it is the energy distribution. Okay, all the lasers in the past were like focusing on the energy in the center of the spot. So there was like a high fluence in the center and a low fluence on the borders. Okay, so we decided to do a special technology. Its name is Pixel, that we were distributing the energy all over the spot. We were keeping the same fluence on the spot side. So that makes something that is really good. That is, we reduce the side effects because whenever a laser is painful or burns, is because there is that energy, that super fluence in the middle of the center of the spot. So by distributing the energy all over the spot, we can reduce this effect. In fact, we have reduced over 60 or 70% the side effects of our lasers compared to other lasers.
So this is absolutely fantastic. What he's talking about is the Pixel system, wherein the energy is equally distributed. So after we started using Milesman, we've noticed that there is significant reduction of perifollicular edema or erythema also. And there's not single burn case that I've seen in my practice with this particular technology. Not that we had a lot of burn cases with other diodes also, but with this, even the perifollicular erythema or edema is also not there unless you use very, very high fluence, very shorter pulse width. You see a little bit, that will only be kept. But otherwise, I don't see edema or anything at all, and the patient tolerance is also significantly improved. It's almost like nothing is happening. The patient sits so relaxed that there's no procedure that's happening. So that's really beautiful. This thing you've installed into this machine.
That's really good because we are using high power. That is very important in order to get good results.
Yeah.
But as it is distributed very well, so then we are having this lack of side effects. So it's very appreciated by the patients.
And then you have this one after the other. It's not just the quadruple wavelength, it's not just the pixel, but you also have with the pulse width, you can play around with the pulse width. That's again very, very beautiful technique that's there in the machine. So can you talk about the importance of having pulse width that you can play around with?
Yeah, of course. I mean, having been able to adjust or to set the pulse width, it's very important because you can adjust not only the fluence, but the time in the time you are providing, you are delivering the energy. So in the past lasers, there were only 3 or 4 options, and with these you have more than 8-10 different options that makes you are able to get better results with them.
So this actually helps us in practice to treat sensitive skin and also like darker skin people with very fine hair. So you can still have a good amount of energy influence that you're delivering into the skin, but also play with the pulse width so that you minimize the discomfort and the burns on the client. So this is again very important parameter where we can play around with the pulse width that is actually helping us treat certain specific kind of skin types, especially for Indian population, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I want to ask you one more thing. So this is something that actually helps us in our practice is easing the whole procedure. It's become very easy even for a therapist also because the weight, not just of the machine. So this is just a 9 kilo machine. So this is highly portable. So people having practice in multiple centers can actually carry it very easily. So that's beautiful. But also the weight of the handpiece is very important.
It's very important. You have to, well, you know that people are using or performing treatment for many hours per day. And after one day, it's after 1 hour is okay, but after 8 hours in a row, like working, it's really painful. I mean, not only for your shoulder, for your arm. So it's very important to consider as well that the operator has to be
and the comfort
has to be comfortable working with
yeah.
lasers. Yeah.
So now even when we do like 2 to 3 full body lasers in a day, my technicians don't complain anymore because it's very easy.
Yeah. That's it.
And also, so how were you able to make this? So when there are so many machines which are heavier in general, the whole body weight is also high, and also the handpiece weight is also very high. So how did you cut down on all of that? That's something that I want to know.
Yeah, that's a good question. We are using we usually call it the cold dial technology. So it means that the reason why the lasers are so heavy is because they need to use a very heavy cooling system.
Okay.
So what we are doing is not to generate it. This way we don't have to release it. You don't have to take it out. To take it out. Okay. So everything that is inside the laser, it's very well optimized. This way we are not producing heat at all, so we can avoid. It's not needed to use a lot of chillers or cooling systems all over the laser. So it's exactly the same for the handpiece. So in the handpiece we don't need to have a special cooling because we are working with an electric cooling system. That is the technical name is Peltier, and that's one of the secrets of the laser.
You just let a secret out.
Yeah. That's it. That we are able to have a very Peltier that is really has a really good performance. We are having
because this is something very important because every time, see now as doctors, we do very few cases of LHR, only when on sensitive areas of face, but the whole body is usually done by technicians, and I know it's very important to keep the comfort of the technician.
Yeah, that's essential.
And that's very it's useful with this. So also the cooling, can you talk a little bit about the cooling that you have that goes to -9 degrees?
Yeah. That's really important as well. I mean, in order to make a laser as treatment painless, you need to have not only the distribution of the energy that we were talking earlier, but to have a good cooling system on the tip. So the cooler the tip is, the painless is going to be the treatment. Okay? So it's important, and that's the way we are providing an additional extra feature to the laser to make this laser so good as it is.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So all in all, just to summarize, so Milesman is the only quadruple wavelength laser in the world that has 4 wavelengths of 755, 810, 940 and 1064. So it helps in treating hairs of different thickness and also which are placed at different depth. Milesman is the only quadruple wavelength laser for laser hair removal in this world, and I've been using this for almost last 2.5 years, and we've got excellent results with this machine. And I would like to thank Mr. Fernandez once again for joining me in this conversation and giving a lot of insights on this session.
Thanks, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Now we should go and have some more lessons.
Okay, I love it.